right, ladies and gentlemen, you are looking live. You're here at the Far East Side Warriors Stadium. The proud Warriors, Central Warriors, take on the mighty Panthers of Fort Wayne. Snider, I am proudly here. Let me introduce myself. My name is Corey Smith, and I'm here with Caleb Asa, and we will be calling today's game the home opener for the new 2023 football season. Caleb, how are you doing today?
I'm feeling good about this game, Corey. Fort Wayne Snider, Warren Central, two powerhouse teams over the past years, going head-to-head again since that state matchup in 2004.
And you know what's crazy is I was at that game in 2004. That was my junior season. A great team. The 2004 state championship team ended up being. But when you look back at it during our 4-year run of state championships from 2003 to 2006, many people will say the best team that we faced at the state championship level were the Fort Wayne Snider Panthers of 2004. I believe they came into the game 14-0, and that they were a hard-fought team, very well coached by Russ Isaacs. We ended up winning that game 35-23. Quarterback Dexter Taylor Jr. at the time had a tremendous game, 3 rushing touchdowns, 1 incredible 99-yard passing touchdown to Josh Betty, which is still a record holder. And now, these teams have changed head coaches a few times, and Fort Wayne Snider is now led by Coach Kirk Tittman, who is entering his 15th year as the head coach of the Panthers. And so, yeah, it's going to be a very good night for us. Our Warriors here led by Coach Mike Kirshner in his 3rd year at the helm of the program. I think they have a lot of aspirations. Last year, both teams fell short. Both teams actually lost to the eventual state champion.
Yeah,
Warren lost to eventual 3-time state champion Center Grove. Fort Wayne Snider here lost in overtime, a tough one, to 5A state champion Valpo. And so both teams come into this game hungry and ready to get back in order for what they felt was a season where they fell short.
Yeah, both these teams are coming in young and new. Warriors obviously led by their quarterback, Keith Jackson.
Yes.
Keith Jackson had a phenomenal season last year. He rushed, he threw for 500 yards. He rushed for over 1,000 yards. And then he unfortunately got injured, but he did those accomplishments in only 4 games last year.
Well, here's the thing with Keith. His first game as a starter last year was he came in against King in the 2nd game of the season, and we was just a big unknown. And after that game, he wasn't an unknown, man. He had an incredible game. He rushed for a lot of yards, had a lot of great passing moments in that game. And a big win for us in really that game and in our victory against Carmel later in the season. Keith Jackson, I feel like, will be the X factor for not just this game, but for the entirety of our season. This team will go as far as a quarterback, I feel like, and Keith Jackson is a guy that's poised to lead our team and be one of the best leaders on this team.
And frontlining Keith Jackson, I talked to Coach Kirshner early on this week, and he said there's 3 major linemen in his lineup for this year. You got Marvis Knoll.
Yes.
You got Cameron Herron.
Yes.
And what was it?
Braylon Maddox, Michael McDowell, yes. Really, when you want a team to be successful, it all starts up front. And the Hogs that we have returning back with us from last year's team, we're really only missing Olin. And I think the guys we have returning back are really solid core of returning offensive linemen. And I think those guys right there are going to be the driving force. I look forward to seeing Warren bringing out a very good rushing attack, not just tonight, but in every game this season.
Yeah, I agree. Warriors have a new lineup, new situation, but they always have the same goal, the state title.
Absolutely.
Going into this first game, a very good matchup between the two. I think this could be a start of a good season.
Very, very true. And now let's see what we have here. We got the coin toss here, and
I think the Warriors got the ball. Warrior Central coming in underdogs in this game.
Yes.
The game in the making.
Well, here's the thing. Fort Wayne Snider in a few polls, I've seen them be ranked as #1 team in one poll, #2 and #3 in another poll. So basically, we're facing the 5A top 3 team, and us on the other end, we are in the top 15. So, we have a lot of work cut out for us.
Yeah, kickoff underway. Warren Central is receiving the ball in the first quarter.
All right, let's go. Get those helmets up, boys. Get those helmets. He's definitely answered back, Caleb, and this is exactly what our team needed here. Let's see.
Warriors set to
kick
a field goal. And the ball's up, but it's no
blocked.
good.
It's blocked. All right, so now it's 28-14, but we're in a good position here. Down 2 scores, 8.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Still a lot of football left. I like the way we answered there. The big pass play to Corley got us in great position. The next play after that, a good punishing run play. And then on a touchdown run right there, we get our X factor. Our guy, Keith Jackson, is able to get into space and make the play happen. And now we have 6 points on the board there. We have to answer. If we're going to, if these guys can be in a shootout, all right? And if people do not know this, Coach Tippmann, when he won the state championship in 2015, they were in a shootout with New Pal. Do you know what the score of that New Pal state championship was?
Tell me, Corey.
63-61. In the state championship game, that is the record. The previous record for most points scored in a state championship game, I believe, was held by us in our 2009 state championship against Carmel 42-36. 63-61 just blew that game out, and that was 2 very well coached teams. New Pal won. We know what New Pal's capable of, and Fort Wayne Snider they came out there. So we know if these guys get rolling, what they can do. We just have to be able to respond back in the same manner.
The Warriors,
and that right there is what we needed.
The Warriors are about to kick off. The ball is up and is caught. And he's taken down at the 39-yard line.
Number 20 again, Jamarion Kalagbodi. Another great return. He's the same guy that had the kickoff return to open up the second half here for a touchdown. Another great return by him for about 30-plus yards. We have to start kicking it away from him. Split kick it, do something else. But whatever you do, do not let the ball get in that young man's hands right there because he is a playmaker.
The Warrior defense set to take the field. This Snider offense has just found its rhythm, like I was saying, in this third quarter. Bingsley's set to throw the ball out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
They're going to get Sean Pennington for holding. Pass interference. Oh, we got an offensive lineman down as well. Oh. Okay, there's 2 flags here. I know one was Sean, but it looks like they may call a penalty on the offense as well here.
There's this Warrior defense after a halftime.
We need a stop. We need to stop. 5 straight stops to start the game, and then to give up three stops, and then like that. That's just not Warren Central football. That's just not Warren Central football at all right there, Caleb.
But this Snider offense, they were trailing downfield and then continued to do so. It seems like
they were playing good. They were playing very well. Can't tell who's on the ground here, but it may be a Snider player that's cramping. Number 68 for Paul Lane, senior, 5'11", 240. Walk it off, big guy. Walk it off. You got it.
It looks like he's up, and they're carrying him to the sideline.
Yeah, he's cramping bad, man.
The Warriors defense, I don't know what happened, but they're losing steam here.
A turnover here will really put more steam behind them, though. I can tell you that. That's definitely what the fire they need. They need to get that blood built back out. They need to celebrate. They need to help the offense by getting them the ball back. That's what they need.
Snider just trailing downfield. Billingsley, shotgun position.
So looks like both penalties neglected each other. So
Billingsley outside.
We almost got him.
Trailing. And it slides. Taken down.
Another penalty on the play. Well, I wonder if maybe a late hit possibly.
Snider getting the first down.
Playmaker. Billingsley, playmaker.
He's shifty. He's getting out to the side.
That boy is quick.
The pocket. He doesn't. The offensive line is not getting enough time to get that ball out of his hands. So when the pocket collapsed, he's just playmaking on the outside.
I bet you he's fast enough. He could go turn off the light and be in the bed before it's dark. That's how fast he is, man. Look at this.
If he gets out of that pocket,
make one guy miss, make another guy miss,
and he's taken down.
Looks like
the penalty seems to be on Snider, taking him back at the 45-yard line. They had a good play, but the key factor in this game so far, Corey, I've seen, it's these penalties. These penalties keep hurting both these teams.
Yes. Unfortunately, you are correct there, Caleb. Everybody wants a clean game, but, you don't want to see too much out there.
Billingsley hands off the ball.
Good stop.
And he's tripped up in the backfield.
Lost about 3 or 4 yards on the play there.
Billingsley to Buchanan. Buchanan stopped in the backfield.
Makes it 3rd down here. Now I just wonder, like I said, most of Snider's bread and butter plays on the night have been them running the ball. And with this drive here, you're looking at a 3rd and 16, 17.
Billingsley in shotgun position.
Or a 2nd and 16.
Keeps the ball, gets it out to number 24. 24 is just trailing downfield. He's at the 10. It's taken out at the 4-yard line.
Good play by Sean Pennington there to really come through and save the touchdown. I was not expecting that.
Lucas Rochbarker.
He rolls out, hits the fullback. Look at that. That's old school football right there. This boy has a cowboy collar on. You don't see that too often.
And it's taken out.
And he goes all the way down to the field about the 6 or 7-yard line.
The Panthers are just running the field with the ball.
Absolutely. That was a great play by the Panthers there.
In the shotgun position.
Red zone once again for him. Great stop. Great stop, Jeremy Finch Jr.
In the backfield, the Panthers go nowhere.
Man, he came out of there in a flash. He reminded me of, what is the guy's name? Jadeveon Clowney with that big hit that he had on Michigan. He came out of nowhere just like Clowney did on that play.
Stopped him right in his boots.
Right there. That's for sure. Huge play for us. Now, with them being in the red zone again, Caleb, we have to do one of two things. We got to force them to kick a field goal or get a turnover. Either a turnover on downs or actually take the ball away. Because more points right here does us no good.
Billingsley in the shotgun position. Set the ball. Hands it off.
Buchanan with the ball again.
And it's taken down at the 4-yard line.
No. It looks like referee didn't give him too much of a... That wasn't as generous as a spot as he had hoped to get.
3rd and 6 for the Panthers. Billingsley in the shotgun position.
They're going wide to the right
Ball
side here.
Snapped. Billingsley gets the ball, almost tripped up by the defense, but gets away. And it's another touchdown for the Panthers. Billingsley makes the score 34-14. Billingsley, he's just been on fire tonight.
One missed tackle from Tyrone Burris. Another guy misses a tackle that takes out 2 or 3 of our guys. Jordan Barlow just can't get there soon enough. And, yeah, Billingsley right there.
A playmaker, like we said earlier,
He
he's
gets to
a
the
playmaker.
pylon, man. He is a playmaker.
Panthers set up for another field goal. The ball is up.
They get the
And it's good.
Their
Makes it
kicking unit right there.
35-14. The Panthers kicking unit has not missed a field goal yet in this game, Corey.
They've not. And a couple of times there, the snap was low, a little bit late on the execution. But, man, their holder is money tonight. Able to get that ball in the right position for the kicker to stay in rhythm and keep that ball going. And, yeah, so now we have a bigger hole. Now we're down 21, 35-14, 5:50. How are we going to answer and respond once again?
No, Snider's offense has just been on fire coming out of the half, Corey.
Yes.